Hi everyone! Today I thought I will share what I got from Jackson's Art, and I had it delivered over the weekend, so that is what the video is going to be about. Sorry, I had to stop there because another massive truck was passing by, so the noise was ridiculous. Anyways, before we jump into that, I just wanted to share my nails with you, and to be honest, on the camera it looks like I would love it to look in real life. It looks emerald green, but in real life it looks more yellow green. So anyways, this is by Nail Sync and the color is called Queen Victoria Street. Hopefully this will... there we go. Alright, so basically I got two watercolor brushes. As I was saying to you, the watercolor brushes that I have, they really feel kind of unprofessional to me in sense of, I'll just quickly grab them to show them to you. I used to love these brushes actually, and I have quite a few. I'm just gonna show you all of them. So these are the brushes I used to love. I used to love and use for my fashion illustrations, and they are called Pro Art Polar White Nylon, and they're different sizes. So the smallest I have is 40, then I have a what's it called, fan brush, a 4 round brush, then I have a 5, a 6, an 8 and a 12, and they're actually lovely when they're new. So this one is new, 8. I haven't actually used it at all, but once they are a little bit used and abused, like any brush really, it just starts to feel kind of yucky, so you can't really, it's unusable. So they come to that stage. So actually when they're new, they are lovely brushes. I used to buy mine from Class Art, is it? Cassart, I think. They're Hampstead. There's a shop in Hampstead that I used to go to because I used to live there. Anyway, so now I have upgraded to the Princeton, and the reason being is because I've seen them so many times in people's videos when they do watercolor, and I love them because they look, well, on camera they look red with a gold, is that, well, I'm not sure what this part is called, gold sleeve, not sleeve, whatever it is, and they look lovely. So the actual bristles are sort of like a, oh, this one's hard to get open. So this is what the bristles look like. They kind of have that ombre look, slightly darker towards the tip. And in real life, this, when you look closely at the brush, it basically is a wooden brush which has been colored with a red, kind of orangey red varnish. So it looks lovely. It's a really beautiful handle. The only thing that really annoys me, they had stickers on, and that type of stickers that when you remove them they leave some glue left over, and it really is annoying. Like, it just kind of sticks to your fingers, so I'll have to give them a good wipe with something. I don't think I would use acetone or anything like that because it probably would damage the varnish on the brush and make it look whitish. But anyway, so the sizes I got is a 1 and a 3. I also want to get a 5 and an 8, but they are sold out, as it often happens in Jackson's Art. So yeah, have I said that they are heritage brushes? If not, then that is what it is. So yeah, they are lovely. I haven't obviously tried them yet because all these are still packed up, as you can see. But the only thing I have tried is the Holbein watercolors. Some of you have asked me about Holbein and this was my first experience with them. I ordered 3 pinks basically, or yeah, this one is technically a lilac, but it's within the pink range, because I was on a hunt for a beautiful pale pink, or sort of yeah, like a pale rose color that will look beautiful and be transparent. And I kind of didn't really do my homework and research and just ordered these, but they all ended up having a white pigment in them. And let me have a look, which pigment was that? The PW6 is present in every of these colors, and yeah, not happy because they are very chalky. They just I don't know, they're exactly what I hate in watercolors these days, and it's such a shame because this color is lovely when it's wet. When it's dry, see, it gets that chalkiness. And yeah, so the color I ordered is shell pink. It's more of a peachy pink, brilliant pink, which is a true pink, and lilac obviously is a self-explanatory color, and they're all on a pastel kind of more pastel sort of side than a bright side. I will try to show you some swatches that I have done. Okay, so here I have pulled out my little notebook, which I do swatches and things like that. So here I have swatched out the shell pink, brilliant pink and lilac, and here I have tried to mix them together. So here we have these two together, and then here we have these two together, and then finally these two. And here is what I got, which is okay, you know, if this is what you're going for, but they are very chalky, and they just don't have that beautiful transparency that I love in watercolors. And just as a comparison, so that you understand what I mean, I will show you Schmincke's pinks that I have done here. So can you see, you get that transparency, but vibrancy of the color. And although it can be sort of pastel, but it still has that kind of beautifulness about it, and also the way it flows and the color movement. As you can see here, it's simply impossible to get. Well, I did get a little bit here, but it's completely different. It's if I just do a quick flip, hopefully you can see what I mean here. It's a lot more clearer, transparent basically. So yeah, so that's my those are my thoughts for the Holbein colors that I have ordered. And like I said, I'm not saying that Holbein as general is like that, because I haven't really researched that brand to know how many transparents they do, how many opaques they do, etc. But all I know is that you know, all I can say is just judging these 3 colors. And also what I wanted to say is that although, so this one has 3 pigments in there, so PR 122, PV 23 and PW6, that's the lilac. Brilliant pink is PR 209 and PW6, and the shell pink is PO 73 and PW6. Out of all of them, I think, if I'm not mistaken, so there are 2 stars. All 3 have 2 stars, and they're all series A, which I have to check what the light fastening rating is, if it goes up to 3 stars or 5, because that would then explain how light fast they are. But for some reason, out of the 3, only on 1, which is shell pink, you get the transparency information, which here says semi-transparent, and on the other 2, which is brilliant pink and lilac, you have no information about that. So would that mean that they are opaque, or did they just forget to print it? I don't know, but it's interesting that shell pink is apparently semi-transparent, because to me all of them are actually non-transparent colors. So yes, that's about that. Then I have ordered some paper samples, and I don't know if you're aware of it, but on Jackson's Art they provide a wide range of paper samples, which are great. They only cost you about 50p, or I think goes up to £1, depending what you are purchasing. So here I have ordered some Cuthbert's Mill. It's made in England, and it's Bockingford and Milford papers. They're all watercolor papers, and they're all 300 grams per square meter. And then we have hot press, so this is a smooth texture. Cold press, and then we have rough, and then we have cold pressed Milford. So there is a difference between the Milford and the Bockingford, and they're all in white color. So yeah, and they're recommended for all these things, but I obviously am just interested in watercolor. Then also, if you are into botanical illustrations, then there is another paper they do, which actually has two sides, I just realized. So this is an ultra smooth, and on the other side you get a little bit of a tooth, but I think it's meant to be the back of the paper, which is to me a bit surprising, because naturally you always get the front paper to have texture, and then on the back it's completely smooth. But anyway, so yeah, this one is ultra smooth botanical paper, and it is by the same brand, although it doesn't say here, but it was a South Gooseberry's Mill, I think Bockingford, I'm not sure, I have to check on Jackson's Art, but that's what it looks like, and it looks a lot more whiter than this white paper here. I hope you can see. And then finally I got Artistica and Fabriano watercolor paper. If you know, if you have seen my holidays videos, then you know that I fell in love with Fabriano paper, because I had a nice sketchbook there, and it was just, it sort of became, the other one I really love is, let me just quickly grab it, it's the Winsor & Newton Artist Watercolor paper, which is 300 GSM, and these sort of small A5 papers. So this is my kind of, you know, all-time favorite watercolor paper that I like. I like it more than the Arches, but having said that, I have only tried Arches rough paper, so I might try the cold and the hot pressed as well from Arches. But yeah, so Fabriano was my favorite, and then here you have test pack. So let's go ahead and have a look. So this is what it looks like. So get 2 and 2, is it right? Yeah, 2 and 2. So there is they look to me exactly the same, just different color. And what did they say? So they are 2 and 2 sheets, extra wide and traditional wide. So this is a traditional wide and the extra wide, and they are 300 GSM, and they're cold pressed, and that's all that it says. Mold made, and they are 100% cotton, and they're Italian, I think. So yeah, if I compare them to the Winsor & Newton, and I show you this, so Winsor & Newton is right in between those two. So the which one is that? The traditional white is a little bit more yellow than the Winsor & Newton, and the extra white is a little bit, just a touch whiter actually than the Winsor & Newton. So that's what it is. And does it say the color of the paper here? Can't quite see it. No, can't see it. Okay, so that's a little comparison here. And so this is the A5, and you get this size in Fabriano. So I'm looking forward to try this paper. And that is it for today's haul. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you soon.